Good morning, everybody. It's June 30th. It's about quarter to nine, a little bit, well, 10 to 9 or so. A little late getting started this morning. And we're just going to take a quick look at our market analysis. I'm going to try to be pretty quick. I got a real busy day today. I also have some roofing work supposed to be starting on my building right outside my office window, so that could get a bit noisy. So let's just take a look at what we've got going on here. This is the 8-hour chart. This is our last, this green channel right here was our last like really relevant swing. And then we've just been blasting up since then. So really nice, strong rally out of this, which we really needed. So that's been looking really good. And it would be too surprising to see a bit of retracement here, especially going into a holiday weekend. Maybe come back and test down near this low a little bit. So we have a bunch of untested levels down here still. Some of these did get tested, but a bunch of untested levels down here. So that's looking pretty good. Some of these channels are still here from yesterday, but on our 4-hour chart, we have, actually might even be clear on like a 2-hour. Yeah. So we've got this white channel here from the low to the high, and then we kind of struggled getting up above it, but we did finally really get above that. So that actually looks good, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that because now we've got this other little green channel here from this swing low to high, made a low, kind of fresh high, pretty decent high actually, and then sort of struggled and fell back down into this range. So that's sort of where we're at now. And yesterday, I didn't actually take any trades. I took one paper trade that worked out. I just didn't have a lot of conviction, so I didn't want to take it live, but didn't take any live trades. Let's zoom into the 30-minute. So little paper trade I took was actually like right off the open. We were pushing really strong bullish, and this little level developed in here. I took a little scalp as we just retraced that and then pushed up to some fresh highs. And then that level kind of turned out to hold throughout a lot of the day on a smaller time frame. We kind of came down. We kept testing it throughout the day and pushing down. And then this little consolidation, I wanted to trade off of this level down here, but this price action from the pre-market was so sloppy that I just didn't have, I wasn't confident like where to put my stop and target. And I just, the day was kind of getting on. I had other things to get done. So I just decided to not trade it. And I kind of walked away and just let the rest of the day play out. But we did come down and sort of test the price action accumulation from this consolidation here, which is also very much, from I believe that was previous days point of control as well, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, that was something different. I was thinking that was the pre-market one. So yeah, like I said, I didn't really trade that, and but the day was relatively orderly. I just didn't have a lot of confidence in where I wanted to place my trades, and I just decided I'd rather not trade than take losses or have to be stressed or anxious about the positions. I didn't want to deal with all that. So, and then we basically rallied right out of that. Really strong buying. On my script, I have here this teal candle. That's very aggressive buying coming in. So that looked pretty good. And then as we got back up these highs, aggressive sellers coming back in, which is kind of too expected. Buyers made another attempt, and then we started pushing down pretty hard here. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Big sell-off here in the pre-market. We already came back up and tested some of these levels. So let's kind of zoom in. From a value standpoint, we're opening up well below value, and this already is looking like, obviously, it's been a trend down sort of overnight session. But if we kind of stay below yesterday's value area, then that's pretty bearish. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a retracement here. We kind of could use a little bit of a breather, and yeah. Simplify my candles here. Okay, so let's go into this a little bit more. We had some consolidation up here during the overnight session, and like I said, it looks like we did a decent job of testing some of these areas already. So came pretty close here to that. Probably some aggressive buying coming in. Yeah. And if we zero this down to a smaller time frame, there's a chance that level's not 100%. accurate, but that is the consolidation that we're looking at from there. And there may be some other volumes basically from this push down, but it's all overnight stuff, so it's pretty thin. But this is really aggressive selling here. This is these, single prints, very, very aggressive selling. And then we had some consolidation here at this level, right around 42.75. So that could get tested. We could get a little bit of a reaction off of that. Again, it's all pre-market price action, so the volume's thin on it. Have to kind of see where the market takes us. But the day's looking pretty bearish to me, and I think we can expect bearish price action. This level can be removed. This level can be removed. This level can be removed. Let's just clean this all up a little bit. So, and then do we want anything in here? Let's take a look. Do I want anything from this kind of rotation throughout here? Yeah, I mean, we haven't really come that close that if we do push up, I might be expecting something around the 42.8550 as a reaction to the downside for a scalp. Again, we might continue to push up from there. It's been a very strong market. We might just rotate around, but we should at least be able to get something with a stop above these highs, at least get like a 1-to-1 risk and take it to the downside a little bit for a reaction there. So this level, if we go to like a small time frame, maybe we tested it a little bit, but it's sort of a naked level right now. Yeah, see, in the smaller time frame, it's actually down here. This was, pretty thin. And you can see we got a little reaction off of that to the downside, really small kind of consolidation there. And we might come down and retest that from the top. So that's something to be aware of as well. We might even see some of that in the volume here. Yeah, so still, you can see a lot of volume accumulated right there. So that level, I would expect probably a good reaction too. So on the upside, on the top side, we have 42.8550. To the downside, we might get a little bit of a pause or consolidation around 42.7525. Those would be good levels to use as targets to at least take profit prior to hitting those levels. Definitely a bunch of consolidation throughout here. In fact, much more volume there. And that's what you're seeing the reaction off of where we're at right now. So you can see we came down, hit it, and then we're holding at that level. So the question is whether that's going to hold. I mean, we could just spend the day bouncing around in here, or we're going to test some of these lower levels as well. This one here, I'm going to go ahead and take this out. So yeah, this one here is 42.7750. Again, it's already been tested, so I'm not sure if we come back and test it again, we might go through because it's pre-market trading, so not a tremendous amount of volume there, but more than there was down here at this 42.7525 level. There's also, down here just in this reversal area, there's probably some accumulations down here too that if we do come down, we might get a little bit of a bounce. And that's down at 42.7150. But again, pretty low volume down there. So to me, that just looks like sellers sort of quit. This doesn't look like very aggressive buying or very aggressive accumulation. And you can see that the impulse out of it was not very aggressive. So I'm much more apt, like here, with this level here, this 42.7750. The reason this is a better level is because the impulse out of it was much more aggressive. And in fact, you'll see that a little bit here on my script. This right here, this is that leg. It's an aggressive impulse out of it, right? So that's why it's tipped upward and bright green. So just a script that I use there for measuring aggressiveness of the legs. So yeah, I like this level a lot more. Again, this level, there's some decent volume here, but not a very aggressive push out of it. In fact, if we look at this leg here, we see the aggressiveness is actually pretty low. That's what that It's a darker green and descending, so pretty low aggressiveness. This is a script, by the way, that my members get access to. So, not a very strong impulse out of that. So I don't expect this to be as strong of a level compared to this, where we had a nice strong impulse coming out of it. We expect that level to cause a reaction, which is what we're getting here, right? Almost to the tick. And that's what we like to see. So that's kind of all we got, like I said, there's not really a ton to go off of this morning. I think the price action the past few days has been kind of choppy and sloppy. So, I don't really see much more than that unless we're going to come down and test some of these lower levels. So again, we still could come down and test this 42.57 level. If we get down there, then I think we can expect a reaction there. This darker kind of purple level here at 42.50 was still that low volume node we've talked about for the past few days that we want rejection off of that, or maybe off the top of this bigger green channel, right? That was our major 8-hour swing that we kind of pushed up from and haven't really come back down and retraced yet. So, I would want to see those levels kind of hold. We might probe a little bit, right? So we might come down. I would want this low here essentially to be relevant, and kind of like stay above this previous point of control at 42.28.25. So I really want price action. Essentially, what I'm saying is I want major price action to stay above 42.50 is what I would like to see. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a pullback to those levels going into the holiday weekend, but you never know. Maybe people are going to be really bullish going into the holiday weekend. We just had some good job numbers coming out. So we can see kind of what happens there. But this is sort of where we're at. We've got some of these levels here. We're starting to break down a little bit now. We'll see if we get a reaction at 42.75.25 or 42.71.50. But again, those aren't very strong levels to me. That is not what I meant to do. Those are not very strong levels to me, so I'm not going to put a tremendous amount of credence into them. But they are levels that we want to be aware of. This level up here, however, for sure, this 42.85.50, definitely something we want to be aware of. And maybe even something, there might even be more up here with some of this other rotational stuff that's going on. But, again, we have to sort of, if we zoom in, this is still the strongest point. So I'd still, that 42.85 is a much more significant level for me because we spent a lot of time around here. So if institutional money was distributing their inventory, kind of taking profits or entering short positions, and then you get this aggressive impulse down with all of this imbalance. This is very imbalanced selling right here, right? Very aggressive selling throughout here. And when we see that, and again, you can see it, it's this very aggressive selling, right? So this level, I would definitely expect a reaction off of. Definitely. And probably, get a stop somewhere up around 42.88.25 if I was going to trade off that level. So, not too bad. You can get basically a 3-point stop. And right now, momentum is to the downside. So depending on where you want to go for your profit targets, that's all up to you and depends on your trading style, right? Don't do what I do. Do what you do. Do what meets your own trading rules and style. But very aggressive here. Right now on this 5-minute, by the way, momentum is up. We can see that the bullish swings, so the green bars here on this indicator are always bullish swings and the red bars are bearish swings, or the bearish legs, I should say. And when they're up and bright, it means they are aggressive, right? So more aggressive than the previous one. So this bullish swing was aggressive, and then the bearish retracement was weak, and then bullish swing aggressive and bearish retracement weak. Now this last little bullish thing here is kind of weak, and the bears are coming back in with some strength. So, but that's pretty typical of sideways ranges, is shifting of power kind of back and forth until one of those sides really takes control. So we'll see how that kind of plays out in the big picture. So quick recap, we've got 42.85.50 to the upside, and definitely would put a stop above 42.88, we'll say, 42.88.50 would be a decent place for a stop if you're going to trade off of that. Again, I'm not recommending you trade off of that. It's just that those are my thoughts on it. Take your own trades. I'm not a financial advisor. And then to the downside, we're see if we hold at this 42.77.50. We're doing a decent job so far. We're probing it, but I wouldn't be surprised to see us now come down through it because we're testing it quite a bit and it's pre-market volume, so it's not crazy volume. And then we might get a little bit of a bounce at 42.75.25. Again, not a crazy strong level there, but a level nonetheless. And then same thing with 42.71.50. But if we continue down from there, definitely maybe look to pause somewhere around the bottom of this channel, around 42.64, 42.65. And then we've definitely got some other levels down here, 42.57. If we come down that low, I'm not sure we'll come down there all at once today, but over the next few days, who knows what will happen. We'll have to monitor price action and just see where we go. So that's what we got for today. I will be trading for a bit this morning. I have a little bit of a busy day, so I'm not going to be trading for as long as normal, and we'll see if I even take any live trades. I'm not sure, but I will be trading in our group, which is on Discord, and you can get access to it at dpmtrades.com. We have a free membership. We do have the paid membership too. That's only if you want access to the indicators. You're welcome to join the group for free. It's a nice little community. And that's that, guys. Good luck trading today and have fun.